Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nick Foster. Welcome to Shades of Havana. I'm the surprise guest host. So great to be here today, hanging out in Perfect Dash in Colts Neck, New Jersey. Rich is here. He's the owner of Perfect Dash. Great host, great humidor, great selection.
Thank you.
Happy to be here. Peter Lederman in the middle here with us as well. And Rino, of course, hanging out over here as well. Rino was just hanging out in the back. And what happened, Rino?
I heard about this OnlyFans. I was like, you know what? Let me find out what this is all about.
No, we're not on OnlyFans. We just smoke cigars. I think OnlyFans, you can see people doing some other stuff with cigars.
Oh, wow.
If you pay.
Okay, well, I got a couple of dollars.
All right, well, you know, on your spare time. But we're here to talk about cigars. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. You know, Rich, thanks again so much for hosting us.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
It's a wonderful spot, great lounge. Like I said, a great humidor. I found 6 things I wanted to smoke immediately. Excellent job of curating that humidor, and I was very happy with my choices.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So cigar buying patterns. I know we're chatting a little bit. You know, Rich, to you, what do you see with guys buying cigars? How has it changed, or what are they gravitating toward?
Everything's changing the industry because of COVID and the pricing going up. Depending on how much you buy, you get special deals, you get special cigars that come in, the exclusive, as they say.
Yep.
And they sell, but they only give you a certain amount because they have to spread it around through the country.
Correct. Like that Tuxtla we were looking at.
Correct.
From Tatawahe.
Tatawahe, which is a great cigar.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, what do you guys like to smoke when you smoke? Like, what do you see? Any differences in what you've been smoking lately?
So, I don't like to ground myself in a single cigar. And I have a pretty good humidor at home, but for some reason I keep buying cigars. This is a sickness. I don't understand it yet, because I probably could have an estate plan and get rid of my cigars. But the truth of the matter is I read Half Wheel.
Yep.
Yes.
And basically Half Wheel, some of the others. But you know, if I see something that they go crazy for, it piques my interest. And if I'm in the right mood, I'll look for it.
How accurate do you think they are, though?
I think they're good. I think I don't think they have an agenda. They're not trying to push a cigar, or, you know, I think I mean, everybody's taste is different, of course.
Because I see some of the ratings that just aren't compatible to what the cigar is.
I mean, you're always going to look at it. You're going to read it. Tastes like unicorn sprinkles and a troll under a bridge.
Right.
You know, it's not.
Yes.
You know, if you know your flavor profile, you know what you like.
Right.
Half Wheel's saying here's a great Nicaraguan with a Mexican San Andreas wrapper.
Correct.
Or a Brazilian Arapiraca wrapper, and you know you like that wrapper, then you know it's going to be probably in your wheelhouse.
But I have my prejudices. As I say, I'm sort of a Saka guy.
Okay. Yeah.
And if he comes out with something, I do get excited. I searched down the Paladin.
Yeah.
And I have to say I was disappointed when I finally got my hands on it.
All right.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a Sin Compromiso on steroids, but
Wasn't.
I still haven't smoked them all. I still have a few more of them.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my profile. I like flavor. That's really what goes for me. And I'm interested in, you know, if I could read in Half Wheel, this is a great Honduran. You know, I'm not that familiar with Hondurans. I don't really go there that much, but yeah, I'm interested. So I was impressed with, what was the Espinosa cigars? That they're pretty good cigars. But you know, I've got my areas where I would usually go, but I like to try different things. And you know, I know guys will just smoke a Padron and
Correct.
And a particular Padron. They don't want to smoke anything else. But
You know what I always say to those guys? I said, have you only ever dated redheads?
that's boring.
You know what I mean?
I hate to have my expectations high for a cigar, and then I taste it, and I'm like, why'd I take this? And I just put it down.
Yes, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You get all excited and then you smoke and you go,
Yeah.
this isn't that good.
And the same thing can happen the other way, though, too. You can not have high hopes for something that can surprise you.
Correct.
You know, like Blackbird cigars, you know, very surprised by that line.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed some of those.
I did enjoy them too.
Yeah, some of them I didn't. And what about you, Rino? What do you find yourself smoking?
I found myself smoking a lighter cigar. I'm really turned on to a Connecticut wrap, Undercrown. I just love the fillers from Nicaragua, and I find that it's a cream. It's a light smoke with a nice little flavor to it, which is enough for me, because I think during the pandemic, I smoked so many different cigars.
You had to go a little lighter.
That I said, you know what, wow. I says, you know what, let me try something lighter. And I went to an Underground, and let me tell you something, Drew Estates makes a great cigar.
Yes.
And I was really
Depending
impressed.
on what you're smoking, they make a great cigar.
Well, because
they have enough cigars that they have a lot of doggy rockets.
The flavored ones.
And I got to tell you, I says, I really enjoyed the Connecticut wrap with the filler. it really was pleasant.
And for those of you folks out there, Rino is smoking the Underground Shade. So that one right there, that's an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper on Nicaraguan binder and filler, I believe.
Yes.
So what happens there is you're going to have a little bit more spice from the binder and filler than you would on a Dominican Connecticut. So you're going to get a nice almondy taste as opposed to like citrus and hay that you're going to get from a Dominican Connecticut. So, and that's what Rino was talking about there. That little more depth of flavor, right?
Perfect, yes.
Yeah, a little bit more complexity.
And when Rich opened up the Ash about a year and a half, 2 years ago, he's got a nice variety here.
Yeah.
And so what happened was all of a sudden, you start tasting different things because he does know his cigars.
Yeah.
So he would just say, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? So
You're suggesting there are a lot of things he doesn't know. But
No, but there's cigars that I won't sell people because I don't like them. That's
Right.
a problem. That's a major problem for
Yes.
me.
yes.
So you get over that about year 5. Let me tell you that right there. Guys come in and say, let me get this thing that you hate. You go, you're going to have the whole box.
Well,
Try this.
I think it's not about you hate the cigar. It's just your taste. Sometimes you get your palate. Sometimes changes.
Yeah, I think if you look back on what you smoked when you started smoking, you kind of laugh. I can't believe I smoked that, right? And owning a lounge, an interesting topic too is, how do you feel it is competing with online, bigger cigar stores, that kind of thing?
It's definitely tough.
Yeah.
But we're providing them luxury and an atmosphere.
Yeah.
And socialism, where people are speaking.
Socialism?
It's not socialism. I'm sorry.
that guy will be upset with you.
I didn't mean that. A social atmosphere where people can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like I said before, speak about nothing and enjoy their day. Let their hair down and relax. And that's what this is all about. So in those terms, we are probably going to survive all the online, where people are going to sit home with their wives and smoke a cigar and get yelled at all night.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way, and I'm sure you gentlemen remember both of these things: tailors and record stores.
Yes.
Right?
Blockbuster.
You went to the tailor knew kind of what your body shape and size was. He knew right when you came in, if you needed a tuxedo, he knew how to get you in a tuxedo.
Correct.
You went to the record store, you bought an album. They said, hey, if you like that, try this, right? You can't really get that online, right?
Definitely not.
Nope.
You get suckered in by a 4-pack, a 5-pack.
And one free cigar.
And one free cigar,
Yes.
And
And
you're
also-
still paying shipping.
And also, I think that you're never going to compete with online because I own a restaurant, Ponte Vecchio in Bay Ridge in Brooklyn, and you always buy food online cheaper.
Yeah.
But you don't have the camaraderie.
Yeah.
And I think when you go to a cigar place, because we go to multiple cigar places, I mean, this is our go-to place. But you go to a place when you're traveling, and you like when someone that's working there is knowledgeable about their cigars.
And passionate.
And then what happens is that, listen, let's face it, you're never going to compete with online.
No.
But you're never going to meet people, and you're never going to have camaraderie, and you're never going to learn about cigars the way you are when you go and you belong to a cigar club or a cigar bar or a cigar lounge.
Yes.
And I think that, the people that buy online, I think you're never going to stop that.
Yeah.
But I think that I see more and more now, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I'm seeing that more and more people are now reaching out and going to cigar places more often than they were.
Well, being in 20 years in marketing, a lot of people say what people are looking to buy now are not products, they're looking to buy experiences.
Yes.
Right. And as you know, for better or for worse, a lounge is always an experience, right? There's always something crazy going on. You got your characters, you've got your great events, you've got your atmosphere.
You've got your characters.
Yeah. So what do you, Peter? What do you look for? Do you usually buy? Do you ever buy online, or you always look for the?
I haven't bought online. I can't remember when I last bought online.
Okay.
They do provide an opportunity to get a good price point, and they do have a large quantity of cigars. Some have unique cigars that might not be available, but I think it's amazing in this age when people are buying so many things online. My wife gets dog food online.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is crazy. A bag of dog food ends up on my doorstep. I think I see B&M's opening up all over the place, and I think there was the cigar boom back in the day. Was what 10 years ago?
10 years ago, yes.
And then there was, it sort of faded up. I think there's a new cigar boom going on. And that part of it was COVID, but I think people want to socialize. So I have the opportunity, my wife has a Peloton.
Okay.
Okay. And I did it during COVID, but as soon as I could get back to the gym, I went back to the gym because I like seeing people.
Absolutely.
I like talking to people. I like sharing the experience of working out with other people. I think the same is true for brick and mortars. And I think, just from what we see with stores opening up all the time and people patronizing them, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's certainly preferable. Now, if you live in the middle of Nebraska and there's no brick and mortar nearby, I think that's great, you know. But I think the preference for anybody who really enjoys a cigar, go to brick and mortar.
Yeah. Well, they can drop us a line, and Rich and I will open up a store in Nebraska.
You can go out there once a week.
Yeah, the Cornhuskers need a nice smoke and a place to hang out.
Yeah.
So what is the one thing that you guys say you enjoy the most about going to a lounge, like what, or being in the lounge, or just?
I think you described it perfectly. I think it's a variety, a combination of the cigar,
Yep.
the atmosphere,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's like Seinfeld. You know, it's about nothing, and you're going to meet all different kinds of people.
Yes, that's the truth.
And then all of a sudden, everybody comes together, and you know what? It opens a lot of doors.
It does.
And let me tell you something. I don't care about this internet stuff. I'm a dinosaur. So basically, I really enjoy going places because it opened a lot of doors in my business.
Yeah.
So that's what I enjoy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I got a marketing consulting gig just from talking to one of my customers.
There you go.
You know, it really does open you up to a whole different set of people you might not normally chat with. Great networking, a lot of fun as well.
Yep. And you know what? Got to tell you, you work on your social skills.
Yeah, they're making it.
Your fingers are not doing
He
the
has
talking.
one of the best restaurants in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ponte Vecchio. People flock to go there. You could smoke outside.
All right.
You go inside. The atmosphere is
Thank you.
great. The music's awesome. The service is impeccable, and the food is off the charts.
Thank you.
So we're looking forward to a cigar night at your place.
We
Yes.
do cigar nights there, so
Yeah.
we look forward to having you guys over there.
Definitely.
It'll be a pleasure.
One thing I like also, if I go to the store, I drill down on the owner, but what about this cigar? What, you like this? You like that? You hear this one's coming out. Have you tried this yet?
Yeah.
When's it coming in? When can I get? So, you know, I have more of that just from a cigar geeky kind of thing.
But you're a more advanced buyer.
Yeah.
Some people
I'm an
come in
enthusiast.
with their blinders on. They
Well,
just
that's another
want-
thing. If you don't know what to buy, and you
Yes.
say, well, you know, this is my first cigar, or I like light cigars, or,
Yeah.
you know, you can be directed in a certain direction. And
Correct.
And
I
that's how
agree
you
with
build
that.
your business
Yeah.
because you already have a built-in clientele
Clientele.
here, but you get a better one
Yeah.
from people coming off the street, and they,
Yeah.
when they say, I don't know, I'm in a mood for this, and it's very important to have a tobacconist that knows what he's talking about because that customer is going to bring you 10,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that's
hopefully they know what they're talking about.
There you go.
I've been
Well,
to stores when they didn't know what
yes,
they were talking
you're right. Well, that's why we have the perfect dash.
That's why we know what we're talking
Right?
about here.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you my number. If you're ever in my store and I'm not there, you can call me. I'll tell you
Well, you
exactly. Tell me where you're standing. I'll
We
tell you
know,
where to
Nick.
look.
We know,
I'll tell
Nick.
you where to look. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out here today. Rich, once again, thanks so
No,
much
pleasure,
for being so
pleasure.
gracious and having us
Definitely.
in here.
Thank you very much.
For a day.
Pleasure to meet everybody.
And, you know, folks, this is what it's all about, hanging out, camaraderie. Peter, you know, you're the kind of customer I love. I love when people come in and know what they're talking about and can chat cigars a little bit. So
It's fun.
Look forward to meeting up with you again, hopefully in the store.
Keeps
And,
me out of trouble.
There you go. And then Reno, we'll come have some dinner.
It'll be my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got to
Sprinkle
set that
us up.
out. He's got a great smoke night there.
There you go.
He does a Peterloo
it
with
together.
steak and everything.
right.
It's really good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Shades of Havana. And as always, we have to ask you, what are you smoking?
Shades of Havana, with our special guest host, Nick Foster, and our guests, Rino Aprea, Rich Deblase, and Peter Lederman. Directed by Rod Weber. Created by Michael R. Doyle and Rod Weber. Producers, David Zimmel and Erwin Sternberg. Executive producers, Michael R. Doyle and Sean M. Sternberg. Co-producers, Steve Zimke and John P. Doyle. Camera and sound, Mark Manassi and Sean Duenas. Editor, Steve Zimke. And special thanks to Rich Deblase for hosting us at The Perfect Dash in Colts Neck, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Rich Deblase, owner of The Perfect Dash. What we do here is we supply our humidor with premium cigars as well as boutique cigars. What we pride ourselves on is making the customer happy. We want our customers to enjoy the experience of being here and being in the lounge. And that's what a lounge is all about. That's why you should come. Enjoy yourself and relax with friends and family. What are you smoking? The Perfect Dash.
Sir-Real.com for all your streaming service solutions. Or call 646-498-8888. Our sponsors' websites and phone numbers are also provided in the show notes. When you visit our sponsors, you're helping them and helping our show. And if you enjoy Shades of Havana, we hope you tell your friends and give us a great rating wherever you get your podcasts. All opinions expressed by the Shades of Havana participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Shades of Havana, Inc., a subsidiary of MRD Productions, LLC. Shades of Havana is an MRD production.